What's up, everybody? Welcome back to J Movie Talk, episode 335. Continuing on with May Action Month. This episode, I am going to be watching and talking about the movie Havoc, Netflix movie Havoc from 2025, which stars Tom Hardy, Timothy Olyphant, Forrest Whitaker, a bunch of other people shows up in this movie. Luis Guzman is in this as well, but I'll talk about them as we go through watching and talking about this movie. This movie was directed by Gareth Evans, best known for doing the two Raid movies and everything, and this is actually his first directed film in quite a while. The last movie that he actually directed as a movie was Apostle, which came out in 2018, which stars Dan Stevens, which is also on Netflix as well. But he has a TV series, well, mini-series I should say, that's on Netflix also, called Gangs of London. But this was the first movie that he had come out since Apostle back in 2018, so it's been quite a while for him. And I've watched this movie twice, and this will be my third time as I'm sitting and talking about it and everything as we go through this. But one of the things, because I remember seeing I remember seeing like still shots of the movie, and I was like, okay, Tom Hardy, this movie called Havoc. At the time I didn't know that Gareth Evans had directed it. He was the director. I didn't know that. For some reason I thought it was David Ayer. I don't know why, but I thought David Ayer directed this movie and everything. I wasn't really familiar with the premise or anything. I just knew, okay, it's a new movie called Havoc that Tom Hardy is going to be starring in, and I'm a Tom Hardy fan. There have been some films of his in recent where I really kind of got annoyed with some of his choices. Most particular, I should say, is the voice that he would use in certain movies. Most recently, I would say The Bike Riders. It's not a bad movie. I actually watched it twice. It's not a bad movie, especially with the cast that's assembled in that movie. It should have been better than what it was. But then when you kind of look at it and realize, like, oh, the two narrators or points of views from this movie can't fully be trusted as far as like the point of view that the story is being told from. So you kind of get things in you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt of what actually is real and what's not real within the story and everything. But the voice choice that he did with that movie, it really annoyed me, because I'm like, okay, are you trying to be Marlon Brando in this or whatever? I don't know. But that's been one of the things that kind of annoyed me in recent years, is the goofy voices that Tom Hardy would put on. And it's interesting that with Havoc and also Mobland, which is on Paramount Plus right now, which I need to actually get back into. I'm a few episodes behind at this point. It's weird kind of hearing him speak in a normal voice, or in his normal voice, especially in Mobland. But here he speaks with a normal voice, so I think that's one reason why I watched the movie twice, and why it's one of the reasons why I wanted to get behind the microphone and actually, watch and talk about this movie. So if you are listening to this episode, and if you are watching along with this episode, go ahead and freeze your screen. We're gonna sync it up to where I want it to be on the logo for where it says Severin, which is right after the Netflix logo goes off. So we're gonna hit play here soon and everything, and then we'll be off to the races, pretty much like what I did last week and everything. We're out of sight. That's how we're gonna do this. But yeah, I'm gonna start it at that particular point. So it's like a few seconds, like say literally right after the Netflix logo comes up, then where it says 7. So you can pause it right there, and then we'll do the countdown, and then we'll hit play. So yeah, so we're gonna get into talking about watching and talking Havoc. Like I said, if you're someone who's watching and listening along, I appreciate it. If you're just listening, I definitely, at the outset, I would definitely say check out the movie Havoc, and then let me know your thoughts about it. So let's get this thing rolling. So we're gonna count down from 5 to 1, and when I say press play, we will all press play at the same time. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now. All right, so we got the 7 on the screen, and then you got the one more one Productions, XYZ Films. Okay. So we got the man himself, Tom Hardy, sitting in a dark room, and you try to figure out, like, what the hell exactly is going on here. Oh, talking about making choices, and one of the things about Tom Hardy is that he is a really good actor, and I kind of hope that with him kind of getting back to doing movies like this, his performance on Mobland, that he'll get back into doing, things that made him at one particular point in time like a really sought out actor. But I don't know what I almost want to kind of say that what went down on the Mad Max Fury Road set is kind of what kind of swayed people a little bit with him, and everything. But hopefully we're all past that now, and he can get back to doing what he does best, in my opinion. So this dude bleeding out on the floor. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell is going on? Because that's one thing about the movie. It kind of starts off where you as the viewer fully don't understand like exactly what's going on. Some dude just got murdered, and Tom Hardy pretty much, is giving his confessions basically, and that he's a cop or whatever, but you don't fully know what's going on. Dude in the water. Bye, buddy. Nothing but ghosts. So I think that's an interesting way to start the movie. Let's say with that narration and him, kind of going through, get a montage of stuff that he's doing. Now we get into the craziness. So there's the Havoc coming up, and after that opening, we get this wild. We like pull right into the middle of a wild ass chase. You got this 18. Imagine you on your way to work, and all of a sudden this damn 18-wheeler that's being chased by the cops come screaming down the street. He's like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like you got this wildcat behind the steering wheel. That's a shout out to Speed. Yeah, it is fucked. I mean, that's pretty much what y'all into. You got one dude hanging on for dear life back here and everything. Like, what the hell? Get me out of here. Now, she hit that corner. Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. Like, how the hell is this dude still safe hanging on? I have no idea. So, here, we don't know exactly what the hell is going on, but you kind of literally hanging on for dear life just like they were. So clearly they robbed something and getting chased by the cops, but you don't know what. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, because they can clearly hear what you saying. Stop or we'll open fire. All right. Granted, look at this guy. He just looking like the damn Iceman from Another 48 Hours, just spraying. But she whipping this truck though. I will. That's one thing about it that I enjoy about this opening. Like the girl whipping this truck, and 18 wheel ain't no easy thing to be trying to whip. So where did she get her driving skills? That's what I want to know. Oh, they're going for the freeway. Ah, let's go. And what's interesting too about this movie is that outside of that intro with Tom Hardy, this whole beginning act, he's not a part of this at all. But I will say this chase scene does remind me quite a bit of the chase scene in the Dark Knight, where they was chasing the joke, where the car chase with the Joker and everything, come pulling up in the 18 wheeler. It very much reminds me of this to a degree. Not sure if that was any inspiration. Like, wait a minute, what the hell? So these jokers literally toss a damn washing machine in this car. So yeah, now they really in it because it's one thing to be running from the police. It's a whole nother thing when you take a washing machine and throw it in the windshield and you damn near murder one of the cops. Oh, look at him. Raylan Gibbons himself, Timothy Oliphant. Damn. Yeah, buddy, your buddy screwed. I'm gonna talk a lot about Timothy Oliphant in this movie, but one thing about him as an actor, he gives that look. It's just that look that he can give, like, I'm gonna fuck somebody up. So here we are back to Tom Hardy, who in the damn corner store, and it almost, the way he looks there is almost kind of how he looks in one of the Venom movies, and he trying to pick up some. Oh God. So quick aside, I'm gonna come back to the whole Tom Hardy thing. So quick aside, freaking Forrest Whitaker in this movie is insane, and I need to know more about him. But the fact that he was investigated, and that's all playing in the background, and just the way he's celebrating, it's like, boy, this man is clearly having the time of his life. So this man really pulling up to this damn corner store trying to buy some shanky ass gifts for his kid, and tells the clerk, like, bag it up, like wrap it up for him. Like, what? So he really charged this man $30 for just some random ass gifts on and that's another thing. This is a Christmas movie. That's the insane thing about it. This is a Christmas movie. I mean, here we are in May. The movie came out at the end of April, and this is a Christmas movie, which is insane. But you have had movies like that released, and everything. But it's always kind of funny where you have these holiday themed movies that come out nowhere near close to the holiday that the movie is set in. Oh, we got a domestic dispute here. So here we have Officer Ellie, played by Jessie Miley. I'm not too familiar with her or anything like that, but I mean, I think this is like the first thing that I'm seeing with her. I haven't looked at her filmography to know if I've seen her or anything, because that's one thing about it. Like, you'll see somebody in one movie and then you go back and look at their filmography like, oh, I know them from such and such, such and such. As I'm kind of looking at her filmography real quick, I've heard of a few things that she's been in, but this is actually the first thing that I've actually seen her in. That shirt that Tom Hardy wearing looked like something he wore on the set of one of the damn Venom movies. Like he came fresh off the Venom set and say, all right, I'm here to film. All right, let's go. Jeez, man just got flipped down the steps like he was fucking Mankind getting tossed down the steps by the Rock. So Officer Ellie, you know, she not with the silly shit in this movie. Tar say, I'm out of here. I ain't got time for this. Say, I'm a homicide cop. Ain't no one get murdered. I ain't got time for this. So these are the people that were actually driving that damn 18-wheeler and everything. And even still, we fully don't know, okay, what exactly is going on. Well, there's an alley. So anyone who listened to some episodes back, we see an alley. You know something? You know nothing good comes from being in an alley. So here comes Charlie and Mia. And Charlie got on these high old ass pants. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, what pants you got on, man? You too tall to be rocking that fit. And this dude that's leading them down the hallway, he looked like somebody I've seen in some Jackie Chan movies back in the day or something. Oh, so they having a party up in here. Uh-oh. Man, this look like some place that John Wick probably had to go in and take out about 6-7 people. Mia look like she about that action. I see you. He terrible for that, but that was a dope play on line though. I gotta give him that. So they sitting out there in the cold, and it's like, wait a minute, oh, come this van coming down here. Like, what the fuck? So they at a vantage point where they basically can see everything that's going on, but the people in the alley who's literally probably like 30 feet away, they don't see this white van pull up, but the people that's down the street, they saw this van pull up in the alley. Okay. Oh, but he see it. So it's like, who the hell are these guys? Looking like damn, like they about to rob a Brinks truck in at the beginning of Heat. Walk away now. So right there, you already know. Okay, he in cahoots with whoever's in this van. Yeah, definitely some Wayne energy here. So like, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom. You watch the door. But they say, screw. What about Charlie and Mia? He's like, man, fuck them. We find their own way back. Yeah, he rolling up out of there. And look at Mia. She realized like something ain't right. Something going. Oh, but then got shot. So again, all the action stuff so far, Tom Hardy character is not a part of. You know, if this was a different movie, this would be very much the makings of a buddy cop movie, and then to a degree, it kind of is a buddy cop movie. And there are instances where we get this scene one being one of them. She looking like that's some bullshit that you got for your daughter. Like, look, no, we not doing this. Yeah, why you looking at me like that? What? Yes, don't do that. It was like, man, you all types of screwed up. Oh, so they get the call. Jesus Christ. Tom Hardy, he drive like damn. You know, just thinking about this almost feels like this could easily be Detroit. I mean, it's never said that it's Detroit, but because of how Hollywood is when it comes to Detroit, I mean, it very much has some Alex Murphy and Officer Lewis type vibes. Especially with these two characters, and they walking down the alley like, what the hell, what's going on here? So one thing about this movie too is that it's told in fragments. Like, we get bits and pieces of the story. Now, the last time we were here, we just saw, you know, the doorman getting shot, and then we don't know nothing that happened. But when Tom Hardy shows up, him and Officer Elliot, I don't know why I keep calling him Tom Hardy, his character, you know, he actually has a name, you know, whatever, but his character name is Walker. So when Walker and Ellie show up, I mean, everybody's dead, and they just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. But here we get where he pretty much shows his skills as a cop, where he pretty much kind of can see everything that went down in this room. And I do like how they frame that, of where it's like, no, he's not just like some, you know, burned out cop. I mean, he kind of is, but at the same time, he's still very good at his job. And these people get mowed down like fish in a barrel. Oh, you doing the Harlem Shake? Yeah, I think he was crunking, but whatever. You know, dead, face full of cocaine, and he got the Joker smile. Now, I wonder if that was done on purpose, because it's just the way, but I kind of wonder, like, there was a reason for that. To have the blood smear on his face to where it looks like, the Joker smile. Like, huh? So we find out here that the cop that took a damn washing machine to the face was a friend of Walker's, and he just not finding out about it, but he's in critical condition, in the hospital. So Ellie here proves that, even though she's just an officer, she actually a pretty good detective too, because she finds some evidence like, what is this? So we get clips of Charlie and Mia running. No, I don't know everybody goddamn shit. What the fuck? Yeah. Pistol. And see, okay, this is the Tom Hardy, like I said, that what made him, where people liked him, because he can be funny without trying to be funny. And look at Ellie like, this motherfucker, I'm gonna take out my pistol and shoot your ass. And Walker just trying to figure out, how the hell, we ain't got nothing down here, what the. Yeah, Walker the fuck, make it make sense. If they the suspects, then who the hell was shooting at them? If they killed everybody in that room. Now, how in the hell did the doorman survive? Because when we saw him get shot, he looked like he got lit completely up. But some way, somehow, he must have dodged a few bullets or something. I do admit, I do like the music for this movie, because it kind of fits the vibe and the tone of what's going on with it. And the movie takes place pretty much all at night. So it's who the hell is he going to see? And we find out he's going to see the man, the myth, the legend. Look at him, Forrest Whitaker himself. And one thing about Forrest Whitaker, he doesn't get the credit he deserves as an actor, because here I would say that he's probably too good of an actor for the part that he's playing, but he makes it better than what it probably could have been in the hands of probably a lesser actor. So we find out that, okay, Charlie is Forrest Whitaker character's son, and it's well, why the hell is he moving the way he's moving? But then again, his daddy is kind of moving shady, because first thing he says to Walker is that, oh, you got that DA off my back, that DA off my back or whatever. So clearly he was doing some shady business, but Charlie is out here moving in these streets and everything, and it's well, why is that? Because he out there in them streets like that. He don't need to be in them streets. Wait a minute, I helped you, now you trying to hang something over my head? What you want from me? Like say Forrest Whitaker is too damn good. This ain't the Godfather of Harlem of Forrest Whitaker. This is some, Marion Barry type nonsense he got going on here. Take a deep breath. Yeah, clearly Walker is struggling like hell. That man is tired. He said, I don't want to do this no more. And that's something, you don't really get with characters like this a lot, where they have like this moral compass, because you could literally see it right then and there. It's like, this is somebody that's been doing dirty shit as a cop for a long time, but he's at the end of his road when it comes to doing all of that. It's like, I'm tired. Like, he had to take a deep breath and exhale, like, I am fucking tired of this. So it's like, get it done. Well, sun comes up over the city. Like I say, I fully do believe that this is Detroit. They don't specify that it's Detroit, but I'm gonna say it's Detroit. Uh-oh. Here come some of the people that Lee and Carter had to fight with. But then out steps, man, this lady looked like she probably going after damn John Wick. She got that fit on though. They come walking in. This almost reminded me of the scene from Kill Bill when Lucy Liu and her gang come walking into that club. But here it's very somber, because it's like, who the hell are these people? But she definitely would have been chasing after John Wick, or she might have been rolling with Kane and Donnie Yen character in John Wick Chapter 4 with that black suit that she got on. She come walking in like damn Marlon Brando and the Godfather. Look how they massacred my boy. So yeah, we find out the Joker, that's what I'm gonna call him, was her son that got murdered, and she just looking like, what the fuck. And I like how they kind of, cut this scene together where she's going to see her son's dead body, but also she's going to visit with who we find out is her brother, who was his uncle, who was her son's uncle. And everything. We get both, and she clearly she worked under the table just like John Wick, because you don't shoot 4 people like that, then he's scared to death. And that's her brother she talking to, like, if you can't find my son's killer, I'm gonna bury you with my son. Now get your punk ass out of here. He like, oh, thank God. She's like, all right, enough of this shit. I think one of the worst things is that when it's cold and it's raining, and he out here, man, why you strong on an old man like this? Like, come on, man. Old man ain't did nothing. Oh, you like hitting on old people? Let me hit on you. Don't feel too good and I do it, huh? Jeez. Speaking of John Wick, here's another John Wick. Man, keep working on me. Don't worry about who the hell was in there. Now, how this man only got shot like once or twice, but he survived when everybody else got, Jesus Christ, this man got tossed on his head. Walker like, what the fuck you think you going? So Buddy was literally gonna jump out the window on his head. Jesus. You understand what I'm saying now, don't you? Like, wake your punk ass up. Answer my question, goddammit. Three demons came. Yeah, damn Wangro showed up and they gunned down everybody. Damn, hockey mask. He's like, what the fuck? I mean, legitimately, that is all he knows. You know, he got plugged, and then they went in and shot the place up. So he's not lying. I can't work with this. We're furious. So Tom Hardy has always had this energy about him. He could be a maniac, but also too he can have like a heart of gold, and it's like, wait a minute, you betrayed me. Like wait. So you was about to say this dude life, but because he started telling the truth. Well, sucks to be him. So imagine that you survived getting gunned down with a assault rifle just to get taken out by the doctor that was actually patching you up. That's kind of insanity. But yeah, Tom Hardy, he always has this energy about him, like this manic energy, and it's just always like something is underneath about to, bubble up on him. Oh, wait a minute. Here come. So these are the cops that we saw at the very beginning that was chasing the 18-wheeler. So it's like, okay, slowly the pieces are starting to come together. Oh, Raylan Givens. Hey, what's up? So we find out, they all ran together. Like, all right. Freaking real. So Timothy Olyphant, I mean, he's one of those actors where he can play a really good guy, or he can play a really bad guy, and he can kind of play in between. And I remember watching him as a kid, and everything when he was younger, seeing him in Scream 2 and Gone in 60 Seconds, and everything. Ironically played Delroy Lindo's partner in Gone in 60 Seconds. And everything. It been in a lot of stuff, and then he gets his best role, or his best known role, as Raylan Givens on Justified and everything. But I always felt like he probably could have been even a little bit more bigger as a movie star or whatever. Because a perfect example of that, if you ever watched the movie A Perfect Getaway where the misdirect with that movie is that he is the killer, but it turns out that he's not the killer. But I would always say that as far as movies go, that is his best performance as an actor, to me at least. That is it, and I'm just talking about movies. I'm not talking about him showing up in TV shows or anything, but I feel like that is his best performance as an actor, and I can't understand why they didn't capitalize on having him, do more like that or whatever. Because watching this movie, of course, Tom Hardy is Tom Hardy, but in a different realm, I could have seen Timothy Olyphant playing the Walker character. So now we getting, bits and pieces of that beginning part with Walker, where he was basically giving his confession and everything. And it's like the story is told in fragments. I almost want to say kind of similar to how Out of Sight is told, in fragments, and you don't know exactly when and exactly everything is going down. But here we get like the big flashback where, you're finding out, okay, the guy that we saw bleeding out at the very beginning turns out to be a cop himself, and it was actually Walker, the one who actually takes this dude out and everything. And they all were friends together, and they basically, are responsible for why this dude died. Jesus. That is not really a line, but Tom Hardy can say everything with that. It makes me think about Bernie Mac, about the word motherfucker. The joke from Kings of Comedy about the word motherfucker, where, it can be a person, place, or thing. It's a noun in a way. Well, Tom Hardy's it speaks volumes with how he says it. And I always wondered, like, okay, is that an acting choice by him? Or is, because I don't think that's, you're not writing that in the script. You're not writing or anything, but it's just the way he says and the emotion that's on his face. He speaks without really speaking, and a lot of actors I don't think have that gift, but he's one of them who has that gift to be able to do that. So back to Buddy bleeding out, and we get the full thing of where there they all are standing over him, and they just watch this man just convulse or whatever. And it's like, y'all ain't gonna help him? Like, no, we just gave him some help. Like, who the fuck is this asshole? Bullshit. He's dead now, so there's no discussion. So now we get why Walker has this, like he's fed up because of what happened there and everything. And even though, okay, so the actress that plays Mia here, this is the first movie I'm actually seeing her in, and I think that she's really good in this movie. Louise Guzman. But she seems like an actress that could be in more. She just kind of has this, she has an energy about it, and I always like seeing young actors and actresses in movies that they have the potential to do and be more than what we see of them. And in some cases it works out, and in a lot of cases it don't. But I kind of hope, based off of this movie, like, she do end up getting more roles, because as of right now she doesn't have anything else lined up. But hey, you never know how things go and everything, and hopefully she do get more roles and everything, because I think she is really good in this. And I'm gonna talk about one scene in particular where she gets to she gets to shine very much and everything. So Mia and Charlie, they hiding out with freaking Luis Guzman. And it was funny seeing him pop up in this, because it's like one of the last people that I would expect to show up in this would be him and everything. But he's like her guardian. We don't know the full backstory of them, but he raised her. And, he helping her out. He know he shouldn't be, but at the same time, I mean, he helping her out because he's basically feel like he's doing the right thing. So here we are at the precinct, and like I say, I'm expecting when Walker walked up in here that the black Sergeant Reed from RoboCop would be standing behind that desk or whatever, but because this precinct, it definitely looks like something from fucking RoboCop. That's why I say this is Detroit. I'm gonna have to look this up to find out if this is Detroit or not, but it's not Detroit. It may or may not be Detroit, but for all intents and purposes, this is Detroit. At least in movie terms, it's Detroit. Oh, so here we got the angry black captain, which is a trope, but I mean, she's not as furious as the captain from 48 Hours. Imagine if she came in with that type of energy. Walker, get your motherfucking ass in my office right now, and I ain't got time for your shit. that would be some different type of energy. But it seems like Walker is walking around with all of the weight of the world on his shoulders. So Walker get pulled off the case. And it's like, huh? Hey. Haley like, I shouldn't help this asshole, but damn it. Like, man, just help me out, Like, damn. Yeah, I'm sure he's heard that plenty of times. So I'm pretty sure when Bing Crosby recorded this song, he didn't think that his song would be played in a movie like this, and in this particular scene either. So it's like, what the hell going on here? Oh, we got Snoop from The Wire pulling up. It's like, what they about to go? Like, what they about to go do? Look, anybody that can jump off the back of a motorcycle like that, they shouldn't be messed with. Okay, Agent 47. Boy. Forrest Whitaker pissed. Where the fuck all the traffic come from? Man, I got Agent 47 protecting me. I'm scared, but I ain't worried. Come on, Agent 47, what you gonna do now? Oh, here she come. And the fact, Agent 47, you supposed to do something, man. Oh no. Well, Agent 47 Damn. Oh no, not the black girl. Scared, screaming, running for her life. No. Oh man. Got a shotgun in the back. Oh Lord. Force me was scared to death. Please don't kill me. And, oh, like, man, pick up that damn horn real quick. Like, stop playing. Who this? Uh-oh. Who this? No. So here this man is a public figure, and his bodyguards get murdered. His aide gets shotgun in the back, and he get hoisted out of his car, and nobody says anything. Like, that's insanity. But I guess that's this Detroit. So, huh? Uh-oh. Louis Goodman trying to run. Like, y'all back up. You know, it's crazy too, because Luis Guzman used to show up in a lot of movies in the 90s. Like, you look at his filmography, you were like, huh? He was in that? He was in this? Like, Carlito's Way, Boogie Nights, Traffic. Like, he has some high profile movies under his belt. And just the fact that he plays, you know, roles in all those movies and has been around for a long time, you know, and everything. So it was, like I said, it was funny seeing him pop up in this. And his character in this is not a bad character either. It's like, you know, he just trying to do the right thing for a kid that he helped raise. Now, we don't know officially, like, is he Mia's uncle? Or, you know, or he just helped raise her. All right, he had to yell in that man's face like that, but... No, he had to put the phone in his face like this. He had to do it like that. Oh, yeah, there's one more thing. Damn, Luis Guzman getting hoisted too. Like, how the fuck did I end up in this shit? God damn. Man, tell me what the fuck happened the night my son got murdered and where your bitch ass was. That's basically what she said. Man, who that girl? She look familiar. She cute though. She like, man, this is some bullshit. Here come this mother. So, okay, you had nothing to do with anything that happened. So why did you go and tell them, I want you to know I ain't had nothing to do with it? She's like, why the fuck you here? That look. I said, this doesn't make sense. Why would you go tell them any of this? Like, they were not looking for you. But at the same time, look at him. Snitch. motherfucker. So in a weird way, this movie plays like a noir in a way, because it's a lot going on and it's a lot of moving pieces until all the pieces come together. Because you got Walker trying to figure out what's going on, and he's dealing with his own personal stuff. You got Charlie and Mia just trying to stay alive, basically. And then you got Forrest Whitaker, who just got, last time we saw him, he was getting dragged out of a car. Man literally got hoisted. So, like I said, there's a lot of moving pieces. And after the initial action that we got in the movie, it relatively slows down a bit, because now we get more of the character stuff. I mean, you get flashes of crazy, violence or whatever, but it's not until what goes down in this club is where it's like, oh, all right, now we know what we were building up to, because now it's like all the storylines are kind of converging on this one spot, unbeknownst to each other. You can walking up like, yeah, I own this motherfucker. And this definitely look like a club that John Wick would have to have a shootout in. Man, pull up like you say I'm a cop. Man, say I don't give a damn about you being no cop. It's still $5. Pay your bitch ass in here. Yeah, this is definitely a John Wick type club. And they listen to damn techno music. Like, what the hell is this shit? Walking like, man, it's too loud and it's too damn crowded in here. Like, oh, wait a minute. I think I know somebody up there. But I will say this about Gareth Evans and his directing style. Kind of like what I talked about with Steven Soderbergh and his directing style, where it's okay, you start on the floor, and then as he's looking up, as he walks out of frame, and the way it zooms back and it pans up, it's like, oh, that's kind of dope. Because then you get a bigger scope of what the scene actually is, and the set is too. So here we got Walker pulling up on Mia. She tried to, like, no, you need to realize I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help Charlie too. Mia about to square up on him. We're like, wait a minute. Oh, come Raylan and his goons. Like, oh, wait a minute. Ooh. So we find out off the bat, yeah, Raylan Givens is not the stand-up guy we thought he was. He's Wayne Girl, basically, in this movie. And in this movie, Timothy Olyphant always looked like he had just finished drinking every time we see it, because his eyes all beady and like he hung over half the damn time. And they supposed to be friends now, but they always look like they ready to square up on each other. So now you got other players. Here come the damn Yakuza. Here come that damn baton. Walker paying attention like, man, we got bigger issues here. I'm U.S. Marshal Raylan Givens. Oh shit. Mia say, all right, bullshit. So now here we get the first like big fight. Jesus. You know, Raylan getting worked over there. So happy when you hung over, I guess. Boy, they beating the hell out of Oliphant. Jeez, man, get dropped on the ankle. And that, kids, is why you don't wear hoodies. Mia say, I ain't got time for this. I'm like, uh-oh. And one thing about a Gareth Evans movie is you gonna get a fight. So if you seen the Raid or Raid 2 and everything, this is what you get. Ugh, damn, Mia. Okay, so this is the scene I was talking about with Mia. Like, she's showing, like, yeah, she can get down with it. You know, boy, they murdered him over there. But this is where, like, she showed, like, no, she can get in on the action too, and she can, like, put her in an MCU or, you know, or something like that. Damn. Mia over here. Okay. Tom Hardy legit ran in here and drop kicked this dude like he really thought. It's like he had that in 50s, like, no, I shouldn't be doing that. Damn. So they do not hold back with how brutal this stuff is. Like I say, if you seen the Raid movies and everything, you know that's what you're gonna get with a Gareth Evans movie. But one thing I liked about this is that they build up to that, and it's not a matter of if, but it's just when was it gonna happen. And we get it in this club. Oh, my back. And it's almost like a dance with the way this is going. Like, they're dancing, but they're fighting at the same time, which I always like that with certain fight scenes in movies where it feels like it's a dance. So imagine you in the club and all of a sudden this type of thing break out and you're like, what the fuck is going on right now? Man just got an attitude adjustment on top of a group. Yep, he did. But he's like, what the hell they got these damn Alright, now we gotta stop this silly shit. Raylan Givens say, I'm tired of this. Oh, there go Charlie. Get the hell off of me. So now they start shooting. Say, fuck all this fighting. It's time to gotta blast my way up out of here. And if you listen to this on like a good surround sound system, don't have it turned up too loud, because people will literally think that it's a damn shootout in your place or whatever. Like, you coming with me, Charlie? Everybody's scared. Like, why you attacking me? I ain't did that. No. Okay, you know it's insane when Luis Guzman getting in on the gun action too. Like, get your head, Guzman out here plugging people. Damn. Oh no. Luis Guzman got plugged. Damn. And Charlie, he's not even aiming, he just shooting. Raylan still trying to wake up like, what the fuck going on? Sliced in there. Right in the neck. Yep, he did. Boy, they fighting for their life. You dumbass cops. Well, not cops that got murdered. Dumbass cops. He doing the Harlem Shake too. There was old fat shuffling like a motherfucker. Damn. Luis Guzman trying to shoot that damn 6-shooter. So yeah, it just gets insane at this point, and it's just a bunch of guns and bodies and blood everywhere. Raul sacrificing himself. I always kind of hated this part too a little bit, because it's like, damn, why Luis Guzman got to sacrifice himself? It's like, I love you, baby. I'll see you in the afterlife. Try to like, man, we got to go. Yeah. And Charlie still got them damn high old ass pants though. So now, like I say, everybody's come together at this point. But that whole club shootout scene is insane. But then you get out on the street, and it's like World War III out there. And it makes you feel like you're a character, because as you running, you feel like you are. She come out there just spraying. Like, you thought you the only one that had a gun? Shit. Oh, that's supposed to be your homeboy over there. Like, that motherfucker. So again, you get this big shootout in the street and everything. It's like, oh, it ain't no big deal. So everybody's out there shooting, trying to get Mia and Charlie, and Walker just caught in the middle now. But he's their savior. She's like, God damn it. She's like, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see your ass. Yep, now look at you. See what they say? Snitches get stitches. Look at it. Now you dead. And then these two. Man, take care of this shit. Feel like, man, this is some fucked up. Boy, that man sliding through these thin ass streets. So one thing about this movie too is, like, in that crazy scene in that club, you kind of get a sense of everybody's fighting style, and one particular style that stands out is Tom Hardy's fighting style. Cause we've seen him fight in other movies, you know, most famous when he beat the shit out of Batman, you know, Mr. Wayne, you know, and all that. But he has that kind of, you know, street brawler type, but at the same time, why the hell would he pull a damn drop kick out of his arsenal and everything? But you get Mia, who has like almost a, you know, I'm trying to shimmy, but it's almost like a dance fight style. So everybody got like a different style with their fighting, which is a good thing, especially in a scene like that. Because if everybody was moving the same, it'd be like, oh, you can tell this is choreographed but the way everybody fights different. Because I don't know what the hell Oliphant was doing, but then again, he probably is like, you know, I'm not getting in on that fighting nonsense, so y'all just gonna have to basically bully me or whatever, because he kind of goes missing throughout that whole thing and everything, but everybody else, you know, is in the midst of it. and everything. So I always thought I think it's cool, like how even though everything is happening, Ellie, she still trusts Walker to a degree, even though she did told him to go fuck himself and call him a piece of shit and everything. But when he called her for help and everything, she reluctantly, but she does it because she know Walker's right. So here we get more of kind of like what's going on as far as overall, where Vincent or Oliphant and old good old Uncle Charlie working together pretty much. And the whole thing is because he wanted the power play, basically take out his nephew. So then he can kind of rise up and get more power. And it's like, for what? Man, like, you got 1 hour. Y'all be safe. Basically just told. So he decides to go to the hospital. He gonna try to take out Buddy that's laid up in the bed, because he pissed that Vincent pretty much got him a promotion, but at the same time suspicion. I said, wait a minute. Yeah, they're like, man, this mother, okay, we got action. He said, all right, you want something done, you got to do it yourself. Damn cop. Man, probably just on. Oh no. No. So I thought this was real. This was wild. The fact that you have Buddy survive in the bed, but then he ends up getting murdered anyway. And always in this part right here kind of pissed me off a little bit, because it's like, man, the man's wife didn't deserve this. Like, no. Yep, dead. Now Ellie pissed. Now Ellie running and shooting. Yeah, Ellie. Huh. Oh, shot his ass. Always think it's funny how he gets shot, because it's like he running down these stairs and he just spraying back at her. She do a damn tuck and roll down the steps and shoot his ass. Did she shoot him in the leg or she shot him in the ass? I still can't figure that one out. Like, get your punk ass in the car. What about my rights? You ain't got no motherfucking rights. So see, she moving the way Officer Lewis and RoboCop should have been moving, opposed to getting Murphy turning damn RoboCop. So now we pull up to the cabin. Damn Evil Dead looking ass cabin. Jesus Christ. So I didn't notice it the first time, but on the second viewing, and even more so with this viewing of the movie, Charlie got shot in the shoulder when they were escaping at the Joker spot. But I always took it that he got shot when they were at the club when Luis Guzman got murdered and everything. I always took it that's when he got shot, but realistically he actually got shot there, and then the wound got reopened when Walker forced him out and everything. So after all that chaos, we got to slow it down a little bit, you know. She looking like what the hell he here? Why you here? He did? Cause that's probably what they thinking. Father's old cabin. So now everybody converging on this cabin. So one thing that the movie does, I don't think it does a very good job of, is the world building, because we as the viewer trying to piece together a lot of the hierarchy and stuff like this, because we don't understand what exactly is Lawrence Beaumont. What is his actual power position? Is he the mayor? Because I assume that he's the mayor, or is he a councilman? Like, what exactly is he? We know he's a public figure, politician, but exactly what? Like I said, we don't know, but it seems like this city is a hub for, gangsters and stuff like this. But again, they don't specify exactly what city this is taking place in. So here we get Forrest Whitaker pretty much, showing just how good of an actor he is, and kind of giving a backstory why him and Charlie don't get along. So it's almost like Charlie is acting out in defiance of his father. And here in this scene, she's not a Yakuza boss, and he's not this kind of sleazy politician. It's two parents talking about basically what they could have did better for their kids. And I kind of like how that plays out a little bit, of where it's just two parents, I wish I could have did more for my son. Like, both of them saying they wish they could have did more for their sons. See, I guess this is what happened when Raylan, decides to stop chasing Boyd Crowder and get on the take. Like, what the damn. Like, wait a minute. It's like, who the hell are you? They're like, alright, whatever. Yeah, Ellie, hair all over your head. Like, oh, you got me there. Like I say, Oliphant can get those looks like, yeah, I'm gonna murder him. So what we do now? Walker having his moment of clarity, basically, or come to Jesus moment. Getting tooled up. In case you didn't know, he is police. Getting that shotgun ready. He ready for war. Like, man, where the hell y'all going? Huh? Jesus. Charlie say, oh, you got that thing on me. Because you ain't going to stop. Man, Charlie got a damn hammer. Like, what? Oh, shit. Damn, assault on precinct 13. So here we are getting another insane shootout fight. And the thing I like about the Mia character too is that she easily could have been like more of a damsel in distress, but she gets in on a lot of the action, even more so than anything that Charlie does. Like, y'all shooting at my father's cabin. Max Payne. Yeah, he'll never walk again. And Mia just unloading. Like, Jesus Christ. Alright, yeah, by the time Charlie do something. Mia say, hold on. Damn, Mia, it's only one man. You gotta shoot him that many times. Jesus. Oh, he doing the Harlem Shake too. Damn. When that Walker come in case he was not dead. Oh, let me just make sure he is. Like I say, this shootout is insane, but it's a cool shootout, and that's something with a really good action movie will always give you great shootout scenes. Damn. I say, I don't know, but that gun that damn, Charlie, but that gun that Mia's shooting, cause that's Walker's gun. That gun has a different sound than anybody else's gun. That thing sounds like Nick Nolte gun from another 48 hours. Trying to come in through the floor, huh? Like, come on, get y'all ass up out of here. We got to go. So this is almost like a horror movie with them trying to escape, but they can't get out. Which kind of made me think about, what if Gareth Evans, what if he directed like a zombie movie or something like that? Because the way they coming up out that floor is definitely like something a zombie would do. You know, something like that, but still have the same type of fighting style. So here we get this fight scene in this little ass hallway. I thought Charlie got shot right there, but he didn't. He beating the hell out of him. And Mia just trying to figure out what the they spraying. Boy. Mia say she bought that action. Look, guys, that's what y'all need. Y'all need a girl like Mia. Mia say she bought that action. Damn, Walker. Literally fish hooked this man. And then stomped his ass back through the floor. Jesus. So how do y'all feel about like fight scenes like this that has all this kind of chaotic energy, and the fact that they turn the music off? It's just literally just the sounds of what's going on in the scene. Here come Charlie. Jesus. stabbed this man in the cheeks. Like, Charlie, by the time you use your, because Charlie is a big dude, and it's like he doesn't, they don't allow him to use like his size or anything that much. Granted, he's supposed to be hurt, but it's like he's not a small man. Like, let the man toss some people around. Here come Bull Nakano. Say, nah, I gotta square up. Like, you owe me this fight. But they ganging up on Charlie. Charlie get dragged literally to hell right now. Oh, they go Bull Nakano. She done pulled up. Walker like, wait a minute. I wasn't ready for this. I don't know who she is. I'm pretty sure she's a stunt woman. But, oh, she hit him with a V trigger. Wait a minute. Now they fighting. Oh. Walker like, yeah, I'm struggling right now. Cause Tom Hardy is not a small man either, but he get this. Damn, she beating the shit out of him. Damn. It's like, yeah, motherfucker. Bull in the corner say she not here for the gameplay. Now she gotta finish it. Like, man, get your punk ass up. Wait a minute. So she takes a harpoon to the throat. Now, I don't know how they actually. I can kind of tell how they did it a little bit, but just visually, like, that's a dope shot of how they did this with her getting harpooned and then she bleeding out, dead. So Bull and the Connor get taken out the paint. Oh. So now they got me and Charlie out there. It's like, well, baby, if we gonna die, we gonna die together at least. And they beat the hell out of Lawrence. Damn, Forrest Whitaker, they beat the hell out of you, brother. This my son. Son, look what you done got in running with this white woman. Dad, she Hispanic. I know, but she's still white. Wait a minute. She like, I need you to do this. Now, I thought this was real interesting because it was her son that got murdered, but she didn't want Lawrence to kill his own son. She wanted him to kill Mia, which is like, like, but it should be a son for a son in a sense, but it's like, no, I want you to kill his girl instead of I want you to kill your son. Now, point straight. Either you kill her or I kill you. I'm sorry, son. I gotta kill the girl that you love. But see, I told you about fooling around with these white women. Dad, she's Hispanic, son. Hold her still. Please. Like, wake your ass up, Walker. Another thing too about this movie feels a lot like it could exist in the Max Payne world too. Ugh, man. And she looking like, man, I'll shoot all three of y'all ass out here. I'm just trying to be nice. So here come Officer Ellie pulling up. She like, wait a minute, what? Like, oh, I should have killed your bitch ass when I had a chance. I know you my brother, but still, I should have killed your bitch ass when I had the opportunity. So walk over there just listening. He's like, it's like nobody don't notice this man laying over there on the floor. Like, you betrayed me. Like, I should have been put. So basically, he got Fredo energy. Come to think of it, he basically moving like Fredo. Like, I got stepped over. These motherfuckers, they killed him. I ain't had nothing to do with that. She like, uh-oh. She powering up. So here come these lunatics start a whole damn gun battle. So all of them out there, he really thought, like, what did he think? That they was gonna shoot their way up out of there? Forrest would say, no, not my son. Oh, damn, Forrest. Well, I mean, he is the godfather of Harlem, so he got to do the Harlem Shake too. Yeah. So now forget, it's another crazy shootout. Yeah, Raylan? No. Damn. Yeah, I was surprised when she took a bullet, but it's like, well, not surprised, but her own brother killed her. Because he wanted to be in charge so bad. And he felt like he was slighted the whole time, so. Oh, yeah, really? Now look at you. Dead. That's why I'm being greedy. I'm sorry, son. I didn't mean for none of this to happen. I just wanted everything to be right for you, my boy. Look at you. Damn. I'm sorry I called you white woman. So it's kind of funny seeing Forrest Whitaker in this role too, because if you ever seen the movie Street Kings, which this movie kind of sort of has some similarities to, and Forrest Whitaker was the no good in that. Now both of them dead, looking at each other. How the hell is he still alive? Ellie always rolling but if you ever seen Street Kings, if you've never seen it, I definitely recommend checking it out and seeing Forrest Whitaker play like a very over the top madman and everything. Keanu Reeves in that He's the star of that actually, and I don't know. Maybe one day I should do that for the podcast. Talk about that movie, and everything. But yeah, dude, Street Kings is definitely a movie worth checking out. I think that's probably why I said that about David Ayer, because that is a David Ayer movie and everything. Raylan took the money. He tried to ease up out of there. Oh, like some bitch shot me, but I'm alright. So Walker decided to go after Vincent because it's like, nah, we need to finish our shit. Because you the real reason why we here. He like, you good? It's like, you good? So he goes shuffling off after Vincent. Ellie's still over here having a battle with this crazy ass cop. Like I said, how is he still alive? The man that got shot 11 times or somehow he's still alive. And still shooting. Uh-oh. He's like, I got you now, bitch. Oh. Well, time for you to do the Harlem Shake. Now, seriously, how would that man still alive? So Charlie gets his revenge. Killed my daddy, punk. Like, I'm tired of this shit. That man was so tired he had to take a knee. Jesus. It's like, hey, baby. Like, we the good guys. And I saved your life. But see, Raylan tried to get away with the money. So one thing throughout this whole movie is that this movie is very brutal, and it takes a minute for it to get to the brutality, but once it gets there, it comes in and out of the movie. But still, it is a very brutal. I mean, it's a movie called Havoc, so of course it's gonna be brutal, right? And I feel like a lot of the chaos that happens in it isn't very much earned. So not only do he get shot, he don't get on that train either, but it is very much earned in the sense of it lives up to the name of the movie. It's it's wrecking havoc, basically. I can't let you go. It make a whole lot of difference, man. So this movie does feature a couple of different villains, but Timothy Olyphant's Vincent is like the villain of villains in a way. And also too, every character for the most part has like some gray to them, because very much easily these two characters could have been the opposite. And it kind of goes back to something I said, about a really good villain could easily be the good guy. You just tweak a few things, and yeah, so in this case, Vincent could easily have been the Walker character, and Walker could easily have been Vincent. It's just all about where they are mentally and how they feel. The fact that Walker has a family, because really he's looking at things for his daughter's sake and everything. So that's the reason why he has more of a moral. He has more morals about himself, opposed to Vincent. Like, man, look, I'm just trying to get paid. So at least Charlie and Mia, they get up out of there, you know. You know, his daddy did, but they did have their reconciliation at the expense of Forrest Whitaker getting shot and killed. But in a way, their story has a somewhat of a happy ending, or a somber ending, basically, however you want to look at it. Now Ellie gotta go check on Walker, like, man, what the hell going on over here? Walker like, I'm tired, boss. Yeah, because I've been talking shit to you from the jump. Look at all the cops showing up late. Boy, if that ain't typical action movie trope. Cops show up late after everything done. Like, nah, don't give her that shit. I don't want to ruin her Christmas with that nonsense. Just let me sit here and die in peace. And that's another thing too. It never fully made clear if Walker, if he dies here or not. They leave it very vague. I mean, you kind of get the sense that, yeah, he does die, but at the same time, there's no confirmation. And one thing about movies, if you don't see somebody die, we don't know for a true fact that they actually did or anything, but kind of like to assume, yeah, he sits there and he dies at the end. So that's Havoc. So yeah, I mean, this is a wild freaking movie. But if you like movies like The Raid, Nobody, the John Wick movies, you know, things like that, then hopefully you enjoyed sitting and watching and listening to me talk about this movie. Does Havoc live up to the hype of what a Gareth Evans movie is? Me personally, I feel like it does, because if you've seen his other movies, then this is what you expect. The brutal, the chaos, you know, the action, the choreographed fights and stuff like that, the camera, you know, work and everything. And how do y'all feel about Gareth Evans as a director? Do you want to see more of this from him, and everything, or should he do something else or whatever? I mean, I would love to see him continue to do more stuff like this. It's kind of like what I said earlier about him doing a horror movie that has the same type of energy. I think that would kind of be fun to watch in a way. And how does this play as far as a modern action movie? I mean, I feel like it's a movie that probably should be, if you're someone that like action movies, I feel like it's a movie that should be seen. Cause like I said, this is my third time watching it. You know, I watched it twice already, and this time watching it for the podcast and everything. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I probably will watch it a few more times. It's one of a handful of Netflix original movies that I've watched multiple times, and everything. So I kind of look forward to whatever Gareth Evans does as a filmmaker, and everything. I'll probably check out The Apostle, because I like Dan Stevens as an actor, and it just seems kind of interesting in that regard too. So I'll probably check that out. Maybe even check out that Gangs of London also. Now, would I want to see more of this? Maybe not necessarily a sequel, but maybe a spinoff in the same universe. Wouldn't hurt. Or they can just leave it as is. Because as of right now, Gareth Evans has only made one sequel, and that was a sequel to The Raid, and everything. And doubt that he's going to do another or whatever. So before I get up out of here, for everyone who has seen the movie, watched along as I talked about it, what's your favorite fight scene from Havoc? Mine is a toss-up between the fight scene in the club, you know, the shootout fight scene in the club, and also the fight at the end in the cabin when the Yakuza pretty much come in there and they, basically dragging Charlie to hell and everything like that. And how do you guys feel about Tom Hardy when he's in action mode and everything? Do you want to see him do more like this, or do you want to see more of like Mobland type? And if you haven't checked out Mobland, I definitely recommend checking it out. Him, Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren, and everything. I mean, it's a dope show. Very much worth checking out. Guy Ritchie is the creator of that and everything. And then the last question I asked: what's the most brutal movie brawl you've ever seen? I mean, there's like a handful I could probably think of, but as far as just like recent, I know that bus, even though it's played up somewhat for laughs, but that bus fight scene in Nobody sticks out, and everything. There's a few from the John Wick movies also that kind of sticks out and everything, but I mean, nothing tops Roddy Piper and Keith David in that alley and They Live, right? I mean, that is pretty brutal, and especially when somebody kneeing you in the groin, like 3 times in a row or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. So I want to thank you guys for watching and listening along with me as I talked about Havoc 2025. I mean, I know I don't do a lot of current movies, so I was like, you know what, let me switch it up a little bit and kind of come up and get out of the nostalgia phase for a little while, and everything. So like I said, thank you guys for listening and everything. Of course, you can find me across all social medias, whether it's on X/Twitter, at my personal page, The J Giles, or the movie page, J Movie Talk. Also on Instagram at GMT Podcast. Also on TikTok, as you have J Movie Talk over there. Also the YouTube channel. YouTube, I'm over on YouTube as well, where I post the newer episodes as well as clips that I take from the episodes and post them as little shorts and things of that nature. So I'm definitely, building up the YouTube. So if you want to follow over on YouTube, definitely give me a follow over there. You can rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, your family, strangers, and everything. Also, you can email me at jmovietalk@gmail.com. You can give recommendations for movies. If you don't want to comment on any of the posts, but you want to send an email, let me know what you feel about the podcast episodes I'm doing. Recommend movies that you think I probably should check out and review on the podcast and everything, or just overall thoughts about the podcast in general. Can hit me up like that also and everything. Of course, you can find all of the Movie Talk episodes a part of the TV Zone Podcast Network, wherever you listen to your podcast, your favorite podcast and everything like that. Just type in TV Zone Podcast Network and you can find all of the Movie Talk episodes along, as well as the Grand Slam podcast, which we just celebrated the 100th episode. Me and Chris, and Chrissy was a guest on there. For anyone who listens to Grand Slam know who Chrissy is, especially when we talk about the Reds, because those are Chrissy's Reds and everything. Also for Frodo, Chantel and Christian are pumping out episodes right now. Their newest episode, which they talked about the movie A Complete Unknown and the career of Edward Norton, that's up and available right now and everything. So right now there's a lot going on the network. So if you listen to my podcast and my episodes, definitely check out those other podcasts as well and everything. So again, thank you guys for listening. I will be back for episode 336. I'm not going to say exactly what it is right now because I'm kind of up in the air between 2 movies. So I don't want to say on air which movie, and then I end up doing the complete opposite. So I will do a little promotion about that particular movie when it comes time to do that and everything. So again, thank you guys for listening. I will catch you guys next time for episode 336. Peace.